Hi everyone, my name is Madison and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to be showing y'all some tips on how to customize your iPad for the 2021 school year. I am a current sophomore at CU Boulder and I use my iPad Pro for absolutely everything, and I know there's so many other uses for these aside from school and productivity, but I'm so excited to show y'all how to organize and customize it with widgets and everything of the sort. So let's get started. Alrighty guys, so here I have my iPad. This is just the iPad Pro 2018 version, and I have this nice kind of forest emerald green colored case on it. This nice magnetic case that I got from Amazon. It is trifold, which allows me to prop my iPad up at different angles, which is really nice. It was relatively inexpensive, and it also has this nice little pencil holder right here, which is super nice. The version of iPad that I have requires the magnetic pencil, which I honestly really prefer. It's magnetic charging, and I also feel like if it were to plug in the power port, I could easily snap it. So this is super handy. In order to first customize your iPad, I would suggest you pick like a color scheme you want to go for. I personally really love this green case with this nice background here. This is just one of the classic Apple backgrounds that you can find on the settings, but if you are interested in finding a new background, you can find so many amazing cute ones on Pinterest, or you could even create your own in Procreate. Procreate is just this nice little design app that I used for all sorts of different projects and things. It is about $10, but I highly recommend it. If you are interested in searching through more of just the standard Apple backgrounds, if you go into settings on the left hand side here, there's a button that says wallpaper. You can tap on this and go through and choose one of the wallpapers that they offer you. There's stills and all sorts of dynamic wallpapers that move as you move your iPad. While you're in settings, I would also recommend going through and changing some of the other settings, such as notification settings and things of that sort. Many times have I been in class or taking an exam on my iPad, and I will have notifications go off, and it is so obnoxious. So I would just go through your different apps under the notification side to figure out which ones you want to have the notifications off of and which ones you would like to have on. Before we move on to widgets and other things, I would recommend going through and deleting the apps you no longer use / don't want. I personally am going to do this right now just because I know there are a lot of apps on here that I definitely do not use and got when I was bored or whatever. So let's do that now. In order to delete apps on the iPad, you're going to press down and hold and hit edit home screen. This way you can easily go through and tap and delete all of the ones you no longer use or don't want. Once you feel like you've deleted all the apps you no longer need, just tap the screen and they will stop jiggling and just take you back to the normal settings and scrolling modes. I would also recommend sorting your apps by type before we add more widgets and things, whether this be a whole page for school, a whole page for games, a whole page for food, whatever you might need. I know on my phone I have these all separated out pretty nicely just because I do have a lot of food apps and school apps. On my iPad I have a few games, but not many, so I think I'm going to try to section off more like notes and schoolwork, and then more like planning and productivity, and then personal. So I'm going to do that now. In order to move your apps around, just do the same thing as you would if you were to delete them. Press down on the app, select edit home screen, and you can move and drag them onto different pages as you'd like. So you can go through and sort these by rows or by columns, however you like. I have done this in the past where I try to section all my notes things together, all of my like extra help like Quizlet, Khan Academy, things like that together. But for simplicity's sake this time around, I decided just to put all of the ones I use the most for each category on the bottom row. So for example, for my schoolwork one, Cam Scanner, Google Calendar, Gmail, Notability, and Canvas are by far my most used apps. So I have these all in the bottom row here. For those of you who don't know, some of my classes do not allow us to take exams on iPads just for the fear of cheating and things like that. So we have to take them on paper and then you scan them and upload them with Cam Scanner, just because classes are primarily online at the moment. So I use Cam Scanner for that. Google Calendar, of course, is just a lifesaver. I will have a productivity kind of planning video coming out shortly. And then Gmail, quite obvious. Notability is my favorite note-taking app. And Canvas just has all of my assignments and turn-ins and everything like that on there, which is really nice to have. Some people do choose to put most of their used apps in this little row down here. Down in this little bottom section widget guy here, on the left hand side, we have the 5 apps that Apple suggests you might use the most. You can switch these out and move these around if you'd like, add more, take out some, what have you. And on the right hand side here, we just have your 3 most recently used apps. I honestly find this tool really helpful, just because if I'm switching between notes and things, it can be really useful to have these down below here. I currently am not going to touch this just because I don't really use this left hand side all that much. Maybe I would if it was more formulated towards my needs and things, but we're just going to leave that for now. Moving on to widgets, there's a few different ways you can customize your widgets. First off, Apple has their own built-in widgets. On the left-hand side here, you can see the 3 widgets I currently have. For some reason, the weather app is not cooperating. However, if you want to edit these widgets right here, same thing, press down on an app, select Edit Home Screen, and up pops here is all of the potential widgets you can have, whether it is your screen time, stocks, a map, Apple News. This just shows you how charged all of my devices are, music, and you can also have these that scroll, which is really nice. I personally don't use these all that much, but I can see the appeal in that. Whether you want to have reminders, send a message, timer, photos, what have you. If you want to get rid of any of these, just simply tap on this little minus sign right here and you can remove this widget. So I'm going to go through and remove all of the ones I currently do not use all that much. While I don't use my screen time all that much, I do find it quite interesting. You can also hit customize if you scroll all the way down here on the bottom, and it will show you how to add widgets for different apps. So I'm going to go ahead and add a widget for Canvas, Google Calendar, and I think that's it at the moment. None of these other ones seem to really appeal to me all that much, and are things I might use once in a blue moon, but not overly often. Once you're here, if you want to access your other widgets, simply scroll down and you can see all of them. You can also tap on them to bring you to that corresponding page. Again, we have this scrolling widget up here, so if you scroll on just the singular widget, you can do clocks, notes, music, photos, reminders, and Spotify. Again, you can customize those scrolling widgets too if you'd like. And now finally, to customize your widget as much as you would like, you can download some third-party apps. Here I have Widgetsmith, so you can go through and also add widgets on Widgetsmith. This is free. I've used this on my iPhone, which I really like. You can go ahead and add a medium widget, whether you want a date and time, you want to have a photo with it, you want to connect a calendar to it, weather, tides, astronomy, what have you. I'm going to just go ahead and do this big day. I like this a lot. And then you can go through and select different types of themes, or you can go ahead and customize your own. So you can customize and just choose different colors for it. I think I'm just going to stick with the black and white because I honestly quite like that. You can save this. So once you have created an app in Widgetsmith, you're just going to hold down Edit Home Screen. You can come up to this little plus button in the top left here and add a widget from Widgetsmith, whether it be small, medium, or large. You can select Add Widget and then go ahead and customize it within the app. This is just a generic one that was already kind of created for me, so I don't like that, but I'm just going to delete that now. But this up here is one that I do like, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. But if you'd like to play around and add more widgets here, just simply select Edit Home Screen on an app and either click the plus button up here to add one for an app, or create a little segment or little grouping of apps, or you can add one for the different types of widgets and apps that they suggest. So thank you all so much for watching today's video. If y'all enjoyed it, please feel free to subscribe right down below if y'all have not already. Please give this video a huge thumbs up. That would really mean a lot to me. And leave any other video suggestions and ideas in the comments down below. I know y'all really seem to love my iPad productivity planning type videos, and I'm so excited to have more of those coming out in the future for you. So without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. Have an awesome day. Peace out. Bye.